and welcome to the Salem Civic Center for Semifinal Saturday. It is the men's basketball tournament for the Old Dominion Athletic Conference right here from Salem, Virginia. Hi everybody, alongside Jerry Austin, Rick Seidel with you. Welcome to Salem, Virginia. It is a beautiful day outside and it's going to be exciting inside this evening as we have great semifinal action coming your way. The first ball game, which will be tipping off in just moments from now, features the 5th-ranked Mennonite Royals of Eastern Mennonite, 17-10 on the years, 10-6 in the ODAC. They'll be taking on the number 8 seed, Hampden-Sydney, with a 15-12 overall record, 7-9 in conference play. Sydney with the big upset of 13th-ranked Randolph-Macon in the quarterfinals yesterday. And Jerry, let's talk a little bit about these ball clubs. First of all, the Royals of Eastern Mennonite. A lot of balance on the team.
Well, 4 out of the 5 starters average in double figures, and the one that doesn't is at 9.8. So, both basically they spread the ball out very well. That plays very well for this team, and you just never know on any given night who's going to be the guy that steps up.
Well, and a guy that stepped up for them all season long has been Marcel Crump, an all ODAC performer.
He has. He's well deserved of that accolade, and somebody that they count on to go to, night in and night out. And he's kind of a pleasure to watch. He's one of those guys that just creates a lot of shots for himself and gets up and down the court very well.
And if you look back over the course of the last about 20 years or so for Mennonite, you see different coaches that have come through. Tom Baker, for example, and now Kirby Dean has really elevated the program.
Well, he has. He's gotten some nice recruits and some guys that you think might even be able to play at a different level. And he's just done a nice job just elevating that program to where it is today. And they've become accustomed to being here in the semifinals and quarterfinals every year of the ODAC tournament.
And we turn it around and talk about the Tigers for just a moment. They seem to always get it together right around tournament time.
Well, they start to peak, and you think, their last game of the season, they lost at 24 here at Roanoke and Salem. And then they turn it around and beat them by 22, and they just come to life. And you beat Randolph-Macon, and now they have a chance here tonight to get into the finals tomorrow. So they smell those tournament titles. They've got enough of them hanging in Fleet Gymnasium, and enough to just to have a sense of the history and the legacy of this team. And
they are led by a man-child in Kobe Williamson. He is a dominant force inside.
Well, he really is. You don't see a whole lot of athletes like that in the ODAC, and that's a guy that could play at another level, but he's brought his talents as we've heard before, to these floors, and we've been privileged to see him play.
All right, and right now we're going to pause as we have our national anthem.
Remove your caps. Non-active military veterans may leave their caps on while rendering the military salute. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention down to Center Court, where we are very proud to welcome the Roanoke Chamber Brass as they perform our national anthem. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Roanoke Chamber Brass with our national anthem.
Outstanding job on the national anthem. Kind of gets you in the mood, ready to go out there and play ball.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you always anticipate before the start of any game. And as a player, you just kind of go through that mental checklist. You start thinking about all the things that you need to do. And take it all the way back to fundamentals sometime, Rick.
Now, and right now, the starting lineups are about to be introduced to the crowd, so we will bring them to you as well. We will start with the number 5 seed, Eastern Mennonite London Royals from Harrisonburg, Virginia, under the tutelage of Kirby Dean. At one guard, number 2, R.J. Sims, averaging 12.5 points per ball game. He is a 6'5 senior from Fort Washington, Maryland. We mentioned number 5, Marcel Crump, at 17 points per game. fourth in the ODAC, 6'4" junior from Richmond, Virginia. Number 11 is James Williams. He's shooting 50% from the floor. He is a 6'2" junior from Capitol Heights, Maryland. Quay McDonald wears number 20. He is a 6'4" freshman from Frederick, Maryland. And finally, the big fella inside, leading the ODAC at 14 rebounds per ball game, also tacking on 14 points per game, number 23, David Falk, 6'6" junior from Madison, Virginia, and Madison High School. Eastern Mennonite with a record of 17-10 overall and 10-6 in conference action, seeded number 5 in this tournament. The number 8 seed is Hampden-Sydney with a record of 15-12 overall. They are 7-9 in conference play. Starting lineup starts off with number 12, Mike Murray, 11.5 points per game, second on the team for the 5'9" sophomore from Norfolk, Virginia. Number 15 is Sasha Obradovic, a 6'4" senior from Belgrade, Serbia, shooting 41% from downtown. Keegan Wetzel getting his 12th start, number 20, a 6'4" senior from Mebane, North Carolina. Number 30 is Fletcher Lumpkin, averaging 2 points per ball game, another senior. He stands 6'5" and hails from Richmond as well. And the big fella inside, wearing number 13, averaging 15 points per ball game, pulling down 9 rebounds per contest, 6'7" senior from Norfolk, Kobe Williamson. D. Vick, the head coach, in his 6th season at the helm of the Tigers program. Officials for the ball game tonight, our referee will be Dennis Ashcraft, assisted by Emory and Henry graduate Justin Porterfield and Craig Turner. Jerry, your thoughts on the keys to this ball game tonight?
I wrote down a couple of things, and I think it's all about tempo here today. I mean, both of these teams have shown that they can put up points throughout the year. And, I think both of them would like to kind of get out and run. There's a lot of points available in transition. And then you look at the turnovers. I mean, these teams have to take care of the ball. And then lastly, I wrote down just the rebounding. I mean, we've seen how important rebounding is. And the last time we saw these Tigers in action here in Salem, at least the regular season, we saw Roanoke out-rebound them quite significantly. But again, it's a different day, it's a different game, and you got a guy like David Falk. We've seen that guy jump out of the gym. You mentioned Madison High School. He won a state championship playing for those a couple years ago, and has really seen his athletic ability. And he's a guy that can be dominant on the board. You expect some battles tonight between him and Kobe Williamson down inside. I
would imagine for the Royals to be in this ball game and take the victory, they're going to have to get points in transition against this bigger Tiger team.
Yeah, they're equipped to do that. I mean, they have the ability to run out, and with the rebounding of Falk, they're going to be looking to get that ball out in transition.
All right, we're just about set to get underway. Our first semifinal battle, Hampden-Sydney and Eastern Mennonite. The nightcap coming up will be Virginia Wesleyan and Washington and Lee. That game set for approximately an 8 p.m. tip-off, East Coast time. Tigers.
Falk up right off the bat, Richard, and he's not able to get it over.
Tigers with the first opportunity. That's Wetzel. Lumpkin lobs it down into Williamson. Misses the flush. Gets another chance and scores.
It's a good second chance opportunities there. It was contested the first time by Falk. No foul was called, and they kept playing on. It looked like he was going to go up and slam it a second time.
Well, you get a sense of his athleticism as he was quick off the floor with the elevation to be able to throw it down.
Sometimes early in the game, for an emphasis type play, and that one was with a little bit of authority.
Tigers starting out in the zone, Jerry.
They're mixing it up just a little bit. It's kind of a matchup zone, and the ball inside.
Falk muscling it up over Williamson, misses the shot, and that'll be rebounded by the Tigers.
Good execution that time on the offensive end to get a good look inside, but again contested.
They try to double from the backside. Williamson gets the shot up and in before the double team can make a difference.
The last time down the floor you saw him back Kobe Williamson. That time they try to get into the front. And they're able to convert both possessions. Eastern Mennonite moving the ball well on offense. Just a lot of outside the circle. They're really not making the defense move a whole lot.
Not really attacking. All the way to the rim, lays it home. That's Crump with his first field goal.
Transition, might have been a little bit of a hand there, but not called.
3-on-4, no break opportunity. From the corner, bullseye, that's Crump again. First three of the ball game, puts the Royals out in front, 5-4.
But Knocked him on his back the last 2 times down the floor. He's going to kickstart this team and get them going tonight, Rick.
Royals playing man. Williamson with the jumper. Offensive rebound by Wetzel.
Second or third offensive rebound now by the Hampden-Sydney Tigers. See the high pick and roll that time. Mr. Mennonite defends it pretty well.
Here's Williamson, gives it up to Wetzel. Wetzel scores on the baseline drive. You can't give Sydney more opportunities. They lead the ODAC in field goal percentage at 47.
Hampden-Sydney settling into the zone.
Sims from out top buries the 3.
One thing about a zone, if you're able to knock down those shots, and loosen things up a little bit on the interior. Hampden-Sydney, you see how hard Kobe Williamson's working on the interior. David Falk up for the challenge.
There's Williamson again. That off the glass and tipped out of bounds off of Bradovich, I believe. Yes, it will be Royal basketball.
That's what's made him a good player here in the ODAC. We've seen him be able to, Kobe Williamson, be able to step back and make that mid-range jump shot. There's a lot of different weapons to score.
So the Royals will go on the attack. Greg Lewis, number 1, has come in for the Tigers. It's like the Tigers have shifted to a man defense now. Falk on the left side. Powers his way to the goal. Can't finish, though, and rebound taken down by Murray.
He's swallowing the whistles here tonight.
Williamson!
He didn't get it done on the first attempt, but that time you see the authority, and he goes up and with emphasis, Rick hammers that one down.
Chance for a 3-point play here. Tied at 8. Williamson with that cocked shot motion, kind of like Jamal Wilkes. The lefty pulls it back by his ear and misses. Falk with the rebound.
That guy right there, if you give him an open court, Rick, he can go up and slam it with the best of them.
Tied at 8, 16-29, first half. Skip it into the corner. Williams won't take the 3. Here's Falk, and he's hammered as he goes for the dunk. He'll get a pair here.
I was just talking about, he's got springs in his leg. He's able to jump out of the gym.
Mitch Owens gets the personal foul. It's his first. Falk to the free throw line, short on the free throw.
He's struggled with since he's come into the league, Rick. He's improved throughout the year, and something he needs to continue to work on in his game as much as he gets to the line.
190 times coming into this ball game at the free throw line, made just 86, under 50%. And that could be a factor down the stretch as he rolls in the second one.
It looks like a good motion, huh? I've always said, don't really care how you shoot them. That's whether you're coaching at any level, just do the same thing every time.
Royals by 1. Lewis flying down the right side, cut off nicely by Williams. It's nearly stolen by Sims. Here goes Murray all the way to the rim.
Little dipsy-do type shot that time by Murray. So he got that space able to create on his own.
Pass inside, picked up in the corner. And Crump is going to get called for steps. Lost the handle.
Yeah, that was a good look. He had a good idea and just not able to maintain control of the basketball.
Brian Yates, number 24, on for the Royals now. And another substitute for Eastern Mennonite. Woody Furbush comes in. Williams goes out. Looking full court pressure now from the Royals.
Something really doesn't rattle. Hampden-Sydney, they're used to giving pressure and getting a little bit of pressure. Murray seems to handle it with no problem.
Murray's floater, air ball. Falk with an easy rebound, ahead to Yates. And are they going to call a foul or stepped on the sideline? Looks like Craig Turner's blowing the whistle for a personal foul.
And give it to Reddick.
Javante Reddick, number 2, who's just checked into the ballgame, picks up a quick foul. 2 team fouls now on the Tigers. .5 minutes to play in the first half. Royals trail the Tigers 10-9. Crump looking inside for Yates. Instead drives and dishes in the corner. Sims rattles in the 3. His second triple of the ball game.
Life a little bit. Crump and Sims.
Lewis out front, down inside, Furbush.
Hear the shoes squeaking, Rick. These guys are moving their feet.
Williamson away from the basket with the rainbow, rolls home.
Soft touch that time by Toby Williamson.
He's got 8 points to lead all scorers in this game. 3, no. The miss by Furbush.
Defensive rebound that time. Mitch Owens.
As Falk deflects the pass to Williamson out of bounds, it will be Tiger basketball, 21 on the shot clock. More subs.
A few more subs come in. It's been a fast-paced game here for the first 5.5 minutes.
Williamson's going to get a blow for the first time at the 14-20 mark. Sims goes out. E.J. Baltimore replaces him.
Sitting 3 of 7 to start the game.
Falk is also on the bench. Trey Barrett has come in, number 25, to play in the post against Stephen Vassar, number 32 for the Tigers. Bingo, that's a 3-point field goal for Owens. And that was set up by a nice pick and roll.
Yeah, it was. They had a nice look on the inside. It looked like they had a chance for a layup, but the inside out play, he got the ball in a position for Owens to go up and knock down the shot.
Tigers by 3. Yates in the corner. And he'll draw the personal foul. That one will go against Reddick, I believe. That should be his second.
Yates just not going up with the shot. He had 2 free throws, but sometimes you don't always know if you're going to get that call as a player.
Wetzel's going to come back in, and Reddick will go out with the 2 fouls. Leon Hargrove, number 5, has come in for the Tigers for the first time. Into Crump, double team. Nearly throws it away. Picked up by Baltimore.
There's that cardinal sin of leaving your feet, not knowing where you're going to go with it. Sticky defense there by Hampden-Sydney.
Crump doubled on the baseline. And get some help from Barrett. 3 from Crump, long.
Nice offensive rebound that time. The back tap, we're starting to see that a lot more in college basketball.
Great hustle by both teams, picked up by the Tigers. Lewis sends it ahead to Hargrove. Wetzel from downtown, short. Way up in the air to tear it down is Yates.
Ball reversal that time.
Nice no-look pass for the deuce for Furbush. Sweet look on the way to the goal, on the way to the hole from Yates.
We talked about that a little bit, Rick. We talked about tempo and the points in transition.
Lewis, 3, bullseye.
Sitting now 7 of 13.
18-14 Tigers over the Royals. 12:22 to play in the half. Yates with the crossover, goes baseline, didn't finish. Rebound, shot blocked. Furbush has his shot blocked. Here come the Tigers.
Sydney won a lot more of those balls. Called for the double dribble that time.
Hargrove got a little out of control there. The junior from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Has a nice flow to it, a nice tempo.
Furbush goes out of the game. R.J. Sims returns for Eastern Mennonite. James Williams also back on the floor.
You see the the spacing that time. You see a lot of the movement, the screens just making the defense move just a little bit more, Rick.
Crump looks to drive, gets to the rim, scores.
It's just a nice use of the ball dribble and that slashing ability. We've seen a lot of players with the ability to kind of weave in and out between players.
7 for Crump, Tigers by 2, 11:38 and a half. Vassar gonna back down. Barrett go to the jump hook and score with the left.
Vassar, a good-looking freshman out of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina.
Whistle away from the basketball, Dennis Ashcraft. Hargrove will get called for the personal foul. 4 fouls on the team now. Just 1 committed by the Royals. Williamson's going to come back in for Vassar. Hargrove also is going to take a seat, and Lumpkin returns. Wetzel back on the floor.
Vassar, really nice looking freshman. You saw his post skills last time down the floor.
Kendall Hawkins, number 15, on for the first time for Mennonite. Williams to put it in play from the baseline. Yates open from downtown. Williamson, nobody near him as he elevates for the rebound.
He's not afraid to take that shot.
Falk has checked back in as well for the Royals. He's got Williamson down low. Here comes Williamson going baseline. Lumpkin with the follow.
No backside defensive rebounding that time for the Royals. Lumpkin takes advantage.
His second field goal, he's got 4. 10:49 mark in the half. 22-16, largest lead of the game for the Tigers. Falk nearly loses the ball. Williams open from the top of the key. Not going to get that one. Falk tries to run it down in the corner, but what do they say?
So it's going to be off of Williamson, I believe. And
Yep.
stay with Eastern Mennonite.
Justin Porterfield with the call.
Good hustle play that time. And you see these guys breathing heavy. Not many breaks of action.
Alex Smith comes in, number 23, to get Lumpkin for the Tigers. They give him a fresh 35 on the ball knocked out of bounds.
They've had success with that look right there.
McDonald, Quay McDonald buries the 3.
He banked it in, Rick.
I heard him call it.
Your ears are better than mine.
Williamson this time in the right post, and they're going to call a push on Falk.
Kind of a point of emphasis with the officials this year is that arm bar. You know, when you kind of root somebody out of their position, it's fine to battle. But in that case, Falk pushed him into a different position.
And Falk's going to take a seat. Barrett back on.
That's getting your hands in the passing lane right there. That's just great defensive play right there and awareness.
That's McDonald making it happen on both ends.
Hampden-Sydney's got the philosophy here, Rick. If they are able to knock down the shots from the outside, then so be it. But they're not going to let them get much on the inside.
And that Sims going to be called for steps. Just under 10 minutes to play in the half. Tigers up 22-19 on Eastern Mennonite.
Hampden-Sydney's offense, out of the 10 field goals, Rick, they've had 6 assists. So a lot of good interior passing, a lot of unselfish play with the basketball.
Down low, Williamson shoves his way into the paint. He's going to get called for the offensive foul, and that was an easy call, Jerry. You and I could see it from here.
Right, and that time he just kind of threw all of his body weight into the defender. And, I think, calling that inside play is a challenge at times, but those last 2 pretty easy calls for the officials.
His first, team's 5th. Hawkins now out high. Hawkins from downtown. Rebounded by Lewis.
Seems like Eastern Mennonite, those shots that they're taking are contested. Hampden-Sydney not giving them anything easy.
Williamson backing his way in, goes through the lane, misses the open shot. Here's Murray for 3. And Sims tears down the board, looks to push. Behind the back dribble, ahead it comes. McDonald's 3 off the heel. And Sims comes over the back to pick up his first personal foul.
Last play down the court. It looked like Kobe Williamson may have gotten away with the walk, Rick. He kind of took those 2 steps all the way across the lane. Going from one side to the other, but it looked so fluid.
Murray working on Williams. Down into Williamson again to the cutter and one. That's Wetzel with the field goal. He'll go to the line for the 3-point play opportunity. Nice pass from Williamson.
A lot of big guys over the years, that ability to draw the attention and draw the double team. The ability to kind of drop that pass back at that time. Very good execution getting into Wetzel. Those guys know each other well, Rick. You think about somebody you played with for 4 years, you start to just get that little knack for where they're going to be when you're on the floor.
So that'll put Wetzel at the free throw line. 62% free throw shooter. The old-fashioned 3-point play. Had 4 points.
Well, we're going to see a little bit of a different defense here. It's looks like giving a little pressure, kind of like a 1-3-1. Back into a 2-3, they're just extending it out a little bit.
Crump down the middle. Errant pass intercepted by Lumpkin. Here's Murray, 1-on-3. 8:10 to play in the half. Tigers up by 6. Williamson with the fadeaway jump hook. Really? Wow. He's in double figures now. And a timeout has been called. Kirby Dean wants to talk about it as this one is starting to get away from his team a little bit. Down now by 8, 27-19.
It's been some good execution. I mean, he's better shooting. I think, the fact that Hampden-Sydney has 4 more shots. They've got 4 offensive rebounds. They've given them some chances with the turnovers. Eastern Mennonites turned it over 4 times. A couple steals by the Tigers, and that's led to some runouts. And it just seems like Hampden-Sydney's getting the shots a little bit easier, Rick. I mean, it's coming a little bit harder for Eastern Mennonite. They've settled for a few early jumpers, and when those aren't falling, they're 7 of 17 now. They started out shooting a little bit better, but they've missed their last 4 or 5 shots from the floor.
They shoot the ball well, 46% from the field. Hampden-Sydney leads the league at 47%. So 2 good shooting ball clubs out here.
Jump, trap.
Williams, 25 on the shot clock, has the ball kicked. Lumpkin with the kick. It'll be Royal basketball on the side. Williams in the lane with the runner, got it.
Nice. Once it cut the top of the defense, he was able to get into the lane and just kind of teardropped it in.
First basket for him.
Murray running the show. He's a nice little point guard for the Tigers. He's not big in stature, but he really does a nice job taking care of the ball. His assist-to-turnover ratio is very good.
Wetzel, 3 from the corner, swish.
At that time, the flow of the offense, get a good open look.
Wetzel's now got 8. Nice shot against that zone the Royals tried last time down. Crump at the offensive end.
Kobe Williamson out on Yates.
Yates lost the ball. Lumpkin picks it up. Here comes Murray, 1-on-1 with Williams. And a foul call. That's a good foul there. Hard foul, make him earn him at the line.
Could have forced him to make a tough shot that time, too. He was in good defensive position. Nice move there by Murray. Kind of got Williams kind of going back on his heels.
Murray, 72% from the line this year. 10.7 rebounds and 5 assists in the quarterfinal victory over Randolph-Macon yesterday. Connects on the first free throw.
Greg Lewis and Steven Vassar back in for Hampden-Sydney.
Williamson going to get another breather as Vassar returns to the floor. 10-point lead for the Tigers. 6:52 to go in the first half. 31-21 our score. Make that 32-21. It's got to be a critical juncture here, Jerry, for the Royals, down by 11 points.
Herbie Dean's going to take a timeout. Hampden-Sydney.
D-Vic wants to talk things over. This looks like a 30-second timeout. But right now, the Royals down by 11. You can feel the game starting to slip away a little bit.
Right, there's a little bit of a sense of urgency here, but I mean, it's a long ways to go in the game. You can't panic. I mean, you just have to continue to kind of go possession by possession. You know, it was 22-19. It's been a 10-2 run right there for Hampden-Sydney.
Well, and one of the things that really set the tone for this, Jerry, was Sydney has gone inside. They've really run their offense through Williamson every single possession, and it's opened things up for the perimeter players.
Well, it has, and they've knocked down those shots. And the way that Eastern Mennonite is able to create their offensive flow is, a little bit of the ball movement. They haven't really focused on, getting the ball inside. And Hampden-Sydney keeps mixing up the defenses just a little bit, keeping them a little bit off balance.
Crump in the corner, out to Sims. Now it's Falk inside. We haven't heard his name called much so far in this game. Put up the shot, no good. Rebound by Vassar.
Nice job contesting.
Murray gets all the way to the rim and throws it away. We've got two Royals down, and Crump will go in and throw it down.
Falk is hurt a little bit, limping around a little bit.
Crump has 9. Falk fell on his own teammate, trying to help out on defense.
The Yates, they kind of came over top of one another. You see his eyes a little teary.
Obradovich gets an open lane to the basket and scores.
Falk is still trying to get himself together.
34-23, lead back to 11, under 6 minutes to go, first half. Our first men's semifinal. Yates, and there's going to be a foul called against Obradovich, I'm sure. And now I've got a technical.
That's something to say.
Obviously said the magic words because that happened very fast. Dennis Ashcraft, a very veteran official, is not going to put up with anything inappropriate.
So D-Vic say that was a stupid play. It really is. I mean, you can't put yourself in front of the team.
Sims shoots 74% from the line. He'll get a couple of technicals right here.
Might even get to shoot the technical foul. He had that. Or I guess it was just a personal foul out front.
Check out those shoes he's got on. Those are Air Jordans of years ago. He used to wear those things probably 10 years ago, something like that.
They bring their shoes back a lot, Rick. All the retro shoes.
And
they're saying it should have been a 1-and-1. It was a 17 foul.
Kirby Dean up off the bench, indicating to the officials that was the 17th foul. He's right.
Yeah.
So let's see
officials that time. I don't think any time came off the clock.
Yates will go to the line. Only 55% this year from the stripe, and I think they're discussing the clock right now.
I don't think it moved.
Yates, in the 93-81 victory against Lynchburg yesterday, had 34 points in 26 minutes.
I think they're trying to decide who's shooting the fouls.
I thought it was.
I think what they're saying is the technical was the 17th foul.
So they're not going to shoot. Okay.
But now they got the ball underneath the basket. A tougher place to throw it in.
Lead is 9. It's been as much as 11. Sims in the corner, driving on Lewis. Nice spin to get open, misses the jumper. And it's Murray looking to run the other way.
Pick up the floor.
Lewis, 3, no. Wetzel with another offensive rebound for the Tigers. That is their 5th.
That gets you extra shots, as we all know. They're taking advantage of those second chance points.
Royals back in the zone.
It's a passive 2-3 zone.
Lumpkin gets in the middle, gets around Falk, draws the personal foul on Falk, and that's going to be 2 fouls, Jerry, and that's huge.
Rebounder for the Royals, double-digit score. He averages 15 points a game for the Royals.
And he'll sit out the last 4:56 of the first half as Barrett is up off the bench. Free throw is good from Lumpkin.
Falk has really not been able to get in the game much today. Just the flow of the game is just not giving him the opportunities that we normally see.
So Lumpkin now with 6 points, the lead back up to 11. Crump has been quiet since early in the ballgame, except for that one dunk.
And you see how Hampden-Sydney has extended out almost into a 3-2 type defense, where they're guarding the perimeter, not giving up as many of those easy three-point looks.
Williams drives, dishes. Sims, no. Williamson swallows the rebound.
Nice spacing by Hampden-Sydney that time.
Shot clock under 20. Lewis gets to the rim, counted in the foul. Nice pump fake. And he draws the defense, gets the foul, and scores. And Barrett picks up the personal foul. His first, his second, check that.
Just continue to get pressure.
Lumpkin goes out. Owens back in for the Tigers.
Barrett goes out for the Royals.
Furbush comes in to get him. So the Royals going small now.
And that doesn't fare well. You think who's going to match up against Toby Williamson? He'll probably stay in that zone.
Shot missed. Rebound Williamson again, all alone underneath.
Did everything to go down, but now the Tigers with a 14-point bulge in the basketball, content to take a little bit of air out of the ball, Rick, and work their offense.
Yeah, under 4 to go in the half. Inside Williamson, here he goes to the hole. What a move!
We talked about really EMU not having anybody to man with Williamson on the interior.
And one. Crump with the athletic move.
That's a nice move by Crump. We saw him. They were down early in the game. Start the game. He put him on his back, scored 5 in a row. That time, he was going to go get a basket.
That's what you need your leader to do. He's got 11 now on the game. Williamson with another rebound.
You see the spacing of the Hampden-Sydney Tigers. Now they're in a man-to-man, so you know that they're going to go down the side to Williamson. Yates is going to have his hands full.
Yeah, Williamson has height and strength on Yates. Pass out front, picked up by Lewis. 7 on the shot clock as he drives.
Hampden-Sydney ball, 5 seconds on the shot clock.
41-27 our score, 2:54 first half. And Devic's going to take a timeout here, set up a play with 5 seconds on the shot clock. 30-second timeout.
Not much to assure you where they're going with this one, Rick. You think about matchup difficulties that they have. Defending Williamson on the inside, I think it's just a nice little play underneath the basket just to somehow isolate him.
Or even have somebody rub off of him into the corner for an open shot.
Right.
Stay tuned, folks. Our second ball game, Virginia Wesleyan and Washington and Lee, coming up approximately 8 p.m. East Coast time. Winners, of course, will play tomorrow at 3:30 for the championship. It'll be Wetzel to put the ball in play. Murray lets it fly with 1 on the shot clock. Williamson above everyone else for the board.
Offensive rebound. Seems to be the theme of this first half. Hampden-Sydney dominating.
Owens open 3, no. And Wetzel Yates battle for the ball. It goes off of Wetzel. It will be Mennonite basketball. Tigers shooting 59% on the game, and that's really been the difference. 13 of 22, whereas the Royals are 9 of 20 at 45%.
The number of three-pointers that they shot as well. 10 three-pointers for the Royals and only 5 for the Tigers. They're going to keep shooting those from outside. That's their game.
Williams loses the handle but gets it to Yates in the right corner for 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Nice play that time. We talked about being their game. Can't go away from it. It's what brought you to the party.
Wetzel looking inside. Can't shake Furbush. Out top. Lewis, 3, rattles in.
I think they're going to call that on Kobe Williamson right there. Looked like he...
Getting up slowly.
Yates to the ground.
19 fouls against the Tigers. It should be a 1-and-1 at the other end.
Ryan Yates at the line, shooting 1-and-1.
19 fouls, so not in the double bonus yet.
Yates to the free throw line. And that's tough when you're down by 14. You can't give away points at the free throw line. Lewis around the defense. Wetzel, 3. Yes.
Wetzel.
Second triple of the ball game. He's got 11 points. The lead now at 17 points. Crump misses the layup but draws the foul. Vassar gets his first personal. So Crump will go to the line. 0 for 1 from the stripe so far. Gets a pair here. So give him 12 on the ball game. That's the total he had at home against the Tigers earlier this year. 12 points, 5 rebounds. Tigers swept the Royals earlier this year. They played home and home this season.
Sometimes it's about the matchups. And that's how, when you get to tournament time, it just never really matters. Seedings in some cases, it's how you match up against the teams.
Under a minute to play, 47-31 Tigers. Hampden-Sydney with the basketball. Shot clock down to 10. Nice defense by Sims. Here comes Yates ahead to Crump. Counted in the foul.
Nice play that time. You see how they get out in transition. Crump, he's a finisher, Rick. He knows how to get to the basket. Just a really good look ahead that time.
That's why their warm-ups say running Royals on them. They love to get out in transition.
That's why my players like to come play for them as well. That style of basketball.
And nationally ranked just a few years ago with a tremendously talented team that got to the, I believe, the Elite 8 Sweet 16 in the national tournament, but they were fun to watch. Todd Phillips and company. Crump misses another one.
Hard time making free throws. Yates missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Crump misses that one. 9 seconds difference on the shot clock, game clock.
Rebound Williams. Nice job by Lewis and Lumpkin because they had a break going the other way, but he couldn't get the ball out.
We'll hope for the last shot of the half.
Clock shows 18 seconds before intermission. Crump out front. Goes to the rim. They're going to go offensive foul. Lewis or Murray. Murray stepped in to draw the charge. First foul on Crump.
Just a little bit early, Rick. Now Hampden-Sydney with a chance with Murray's quickness and speed to get to the other end.
Pass intercepted by Yates. Yates, three, no. Crump can't get it to fall. And Lumpkin tries to go for a touchdown pass. The bomb trying to find Wetzel, and it's overthrown, incomplete. We are at halftime. Tigers 47, Royals 33. And welcome back to the Salem Civic Center. Rick Seidel, Jerry Austin rejoining you as we are getting set for the start of the second half of our first semifinal in the men's basketball tournament. Right now, Hampden-Sydney on top of Eastern Mennonite, 47-33. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first half, starting with the lower seed in this ball game, the Hampden-Sydney Tigers. Mike, let's see, they're leading the way. Their leading scorer is Kobe Williamson, 6 of 11 from the field, 12 points, has team-high 5 rebounds as well in the first half. 11 points on the game for Keegan Wetzel. He shot 4 for 5 from the floor, 2 for 3 from three-point range. He also has 4 rebounds, played 16 minutes in that first half. We drop down to Greg Lewis, 9 points and 4 rebounds in the first set. He was also 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. And that takes us to 4 points for Mike Murray, along with 3 assists, 4 for Fletcher Lumpkin, 3 for Mitch Owens, 2 for Stephen Vassar, and also 2 points for Sasha Obradovich. Gives you the total of 47. Foul trouble for the Tigers. Williamson, Obradovich, and Javante Reddick, along with Mitch Owens, all have 2 personal fouls. No one else with more than 1. Turning to the Mennonite Royals, leading the way, Marcel Crump, their number 2 scorer, has 14 points on the ball game, 6 of 8 from the floor, 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Unfortunately, 1 for 4 from the free throw line for Crump. 8 points for R.J. Sims, including 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. And we drop down now to 3-point scorers. Quay McDonald had a 3-point field goal. Ryan Yates also with a 3-pointer. 2 points for Woody Furbush. David Falk, their leading scorer on the year, averaging 14 points per ball game, has just 1 point, 0 for 3 from the floor in the ball game. He also had picked up 3 personal fouls in that first half, only played 9 minutes as well. And then we have 3 points for Ryan Yates, 2 for Woody Furbush, and 1 for, as I mentioned, David Falk. Gives you a total of 33. Team numbers, Jerry?
Team numbers, a couple things really stand out to you, Rick. Hampden-Sydney goes 18 of 31. They shoot 58% from the floor. They're 5 for 10 from beyond the arc. They're 6 of 7 from the line. They have 22 rebounds, 6 offensive. We have 11 assists to 6 turnovers, 1 block, and 3 steals. And then you look at the other side of the equation, Eastern Mennonite, 12 of 28. They were 5 for 14 from beyond the arc, 4 for 9 from the line. They had 12 rebounds. They had 4 offensive rebounds, 8 assists to 6 turnovers, and 4 steals, and are on a 14-point deficit here at halftime.
All right, we're just about set to start the second half of this one. And I already see a change for the Royals. Quay McDonald's going to start second half, along with Falk, Crump, Sims, and number 11, Williams. Starters on the floor for both ball clubs. Sydney can open it with the 1-3-1 zone, Jerry.
Yeah, and you saw how that was effective in the first half because it really stretched the defense, out around that 3-point arc. Really didn't give Eastern Mennonites the looks that they're used to.
McDonald sends it out to Sims, over to Crump. Shot clock at 15. Sims, nope, missing the 3. Williamson tears down another rebound. Good hustle play by Sims as he has a seat on the scorer's table. It will be Tiger basketball.
You see the man-to-man defense this time, starting the second half. They got a Falk Singled up on Kobe Williamson. That time he gets a little bit of help.
And the jump hook rolls in. Falk playing off of him down low like that, Jerry, gives him a lot of room to operate.
You see Falk still grimacing a little bit. You know, when he took that fall early in the first half, Rick, I think he's still not quite right from that. And, you know, I think he's laboring just a little bit getting up and down the floor.
Williams calls out the play. We've played a minute here in the second half. Tigers on top by 16.
Look for Crump to assert himself. And that time was a nice look by Sims, but
Crump had cut to the basket.
Crump had cut to the basket and just a little bit off the mark. A 16-point lead. Hampden-Sydney intent to try to work the ball, work the defense, and pin Kobe Williamson down on the inside.
Well, they need some stops. Royals do.
That's a good defense. I mean, you see good fundamentals with their defense. It's just a hot shooting of Hampden-Sydney. It's hard to do anything with a team that's shooting almost 60% from the floor.
Shot clock down to 6. Murray, double team, gets hit in the face and travels. McDonald reached in for the ball and got him maybe in the eye.
It's just an unfortunate play that time for the Tigers. Could very easily been caught a foul.
D-Vic pleading his case to Dennis Ashcraft, wanting a foul call there.
Murray getting himself together. Fans are adding some commentary here. I think we all saw what happened, but you know, sometimes as an official you're trying to just navigate. You can't necessarily see everything that happens. The whistle had already blown. The walk had been called before they blew the whistle for the foul.
Royals with the ball. They've been a hot team. They've won 6 in a row, but struggling from the floor in this ball game. Williams, 3, short. Williamson rips down his 7th board of the game.
Nice movement that time by the Tigers. You see their small guards go kind of inside all the way into the post and pop out to the circle.
Shot clock at 15. Obradovich buries the 3. He's got 5. Tigers have their largest lead at 18.
Crump, you look for him to take a shot here. He's been passing it off, but he's the one that needs to score.
McDonald drives, dishes, Crump weaves inside and picks up the personal foul on the Tigers. Should be a couple of shots coming here. Looks like it'll go against Lumpkin. Just the first foul on Lumpkin. So Crump goes back to the line, 1 for 4 in the first half. Connects on that one. He's got 15 on the game.
Sometimes it's a free throw. It's just seeing the ball go through the basket a lot of times, Rick, that gets the player going. Crump has the ability to score in bunches.
And Yates is going to come on the floor.
Now you start to see the full court pressure again, just looking to create a little bit of movement here. Can't leave that guy open.
To Williamson, double team, splits it. Rebound loose. Williams has it stolen away. And Obradovich gets the easy deuce.
Back in transition.
Crump misses at the other end. 3 red jerseys underneath the basket. Here's Hargrove. Williamson launches. Falk clears it up, cleans it up, and we go the other way.
Kobe Williamson, as good as he's playing on the offensive end, Rick, I think he's doing a better job on the defensive end until
Falk.
now.
David Falk with the flush. 53-37.
That was a nice flush that time by David Falk. Got it on the inside and goes up and just finishes business.
53-37, 16 minutes left. Obradovich is feeling it now. He's got 10 points, 8 of them in the second half.
I think he's just thankful to be on the court, Rick, after he picked up that technical in the first half. He's set right alongside D. Vick for the rest of the time.
Williams on the crossover, can't shake Hargrove. Here's Sims to the rim. They would have counted it.
Continuation play, but you know these running Royals have a spurt in them here at some point in time. And you just wonder if they've gotten themselves in too big of a hole right now, down 19. I think if you could get it down to a single-digit lead sometime with under 10 minutes to go.
Sims, 74% free throw shooter. And 7 for him. It's actually 10 points for Sims. 56-39. Sims takes a seat. Furbush comes back in. Again, the pressure. Royals trying to create tempo. Reddick at the other end into Falk. Count it, and Falk just picked up personal number 4.
That's a tough play right there for Falk. Trying to get out of the way just a little bit. Big blow for the Royals now.
And the lefty sticks the free throw.
We saw what that did in the first half, Rick. I mean, their ability to match up with Williamson down on the interior now. You're going small. I mean, that creates some mismatches at the other end here, but I think I would rather be in Hampden-Sydney's position with the big guy.
Yates aggressively going to the basket will draw the foul. They'll give him 2. Craig the Burner Turner, our official, with the whistle.
He's still walking over behind the Eastern Mennonite bench, Rick. I think it was a hard foul he took.
Yates back to the line for a pair. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 in the first half, misses the front end here. Winner of this game gets the winner of our second semifinal between Wesleyan and W&L coming up about a half an hour or so after the conclusion of this one. 3:30 East Coast time for the championship tomorrow.
Hampden-Sydney not having any problems at all with the pressure, Rick. They're able to break that and just with a single player. And Greg Lewis took the reins and got it up the floor.
Hargrove, 3, not there.
Vassar going to be called with a foul. Over the top just a little bit.
Vassar picks up a couple of quick fouls.
And a good-looking freshman for the Tigers.
Williams comes back in. Sims returns as well. Kendall Hawkins on the floor for the Royals along with Crump. That's their 5. (59-40). Largest lead of the ball game. Sims going to drive. And we get called for an offensive foul.
Well, took some guts that time by Javante Reddick to stand in there and take it like he did. He manned up.
The Royals getting a little frustrated, Jerry, trying to do a little too much.
Well, you know, I think when shots aren't falling like that, I mean, you really start to grow a little bit weary. And Hampden-Sydney continuing to put the pressure on. It's going to be a hard road for them to claw back into this game.
Lewis on the baseline. Out to Owens, who misses the 3 but gets his own board. Lewis, shot on the way, knocks it in.
And again, talking about the offensive rebounding all day, and that's just a fundamental lapse right there by the Royals. I mean, one thing that you got to do is box the shooter out, and Owens takes that one up and comes right back to him.
There's Hawkins, and he rattles in a 3. Hawkins' first basket of the game.
Kirby Dean takes a full timeout now, Rick.
And we will step aside as well with 14:10 remaining in this one. 62-43, Tigers on top of the Royals. You're watching ODAC TV. And welcome back. Rick Seidel, Jerry Austin with you. The Mennonite, Eastern Mennonite University Running Royals are getting run out of the gym right now. They trail 62-43 in our first men's semifinal here in the ODAC men's basketball tournament. 14:10 remaining in the ball game, down by 19. This is the largest lead of the ball game for Hampden-Sydney. The game was close through the first approximately 10 minutes of the ball game, and then the Hampden-Sydney defense really asserting itself as we got a quick foul on Hawkins. Hampden-Sydney with that zone defense and running some traps out of a 1-for-1 really got things going. They go inside to Kobe Williamson, open things up for their three-point shooters at the offensive end, and they have dominated both ends of the floor.
Hard foul that time. Hampden-Sydney unfazed. Sits up in their offensive end, and they got Kobe Williamson, Murray on the bench. Buying a few minutes for those guys. Vassar mixing it up inside. Playing a little bit of a two-man game right now.
Lewis gets defender in the air and scores.
Just kind of silky smooth. Ricky has the ability to post up the smaller man, has nice interior post moves. It's nice when you can pick a guy that's his size and do that.
Lewis is fourth in the league at 41% from three-point range, so he's got inside and outside covered. He's got 14 points in this contest. There goes Sims with the floater. And it's Owens with the rebound.
Really falling for the Royals right now.
And the whistle's going to go against the Tigers. That'll be Owens with the foul. Tigers by 21. Hampden-Sydney has had an off year by their standards coming into this ball game as the number 8 seed, 15-12 overall, 7-9, a losing record in conference play. But after getting drubbed at Roanoke in the second to last regular season, or the last regular season game, they put a hurting on the Maroons down at Fleet Gym in the first round of the tournament, then defeated the 13th ranked team in the nation, Randolph-Macon, to get to this game, and they dominated this contest as well, as steps was called against Vassar.
Vassar shuffling his feet that time, but sometimes it's all it takes. I mean, it's just seeing the ball go in the basket, and when you shoot 60% from the floor, you're going to beat any team. And I think, beating Randolph-Macon, the team that every team in the conference had problems with, really gave them a lot of confidence, coming into tonight's game.
And Falk, who's re-entered the game with the 4 personal fouls, draws a foul on Vassar, who now has 4 fouls of his own. See if Williamson comes back in. Yes, he's up off the bench.
You get a little bit of the cat and mouse games that you see between the coaches. I mean, sometimes you get a couple possessions, but very quickly there, Williamson back up in the game. Falk not spending much time with those 4 fouls.
Sims catch, shoot, and score off the inbounds play. Sims with 12.
He walked with the ball. Nice pressure that time. Crump, Hawkins, Williams. Eastern Mennonite now. Do they have a run in them, Rick?
I think they've got one more run in them, but it's an awfully big hole. And Crump, trying to get to the basket, will draw the foul. His chance again to score with the clock stopped, which is what you need to do with such a big deficit.
They're saying he's on the ground. That was called on the ground, so it is a 16th foul on the Tigers, so Royals will be shooting from this point forward.
Into Crump, there he goes. And he draws another foul. And it'll be Owens again. Now Owens with 4 fouls.
I think that's where they've been their most effective, getting Crump on the wing and having him drive and penetrate, either kick out or pick the ball up to the basket himself.
Wetzel and Lumpkin going to check in for the Tigers after this free throw. Crump has now made 3 in a row from the line.
And Mike Murray back in Hampden-Sydney for Leon Hargrove.
Royals defeated Lynchburg 93-81 to get to this ball game. Shot 49% yesterday in that game.
Hillary Scott's team going down. Coach of Lynchburg, a former All-American that played at Roanoke College.
Crump now with 18 on the evening. There goes Reddick all the way to the rim.
I thought he might try to lob that one up to Kobe Williamson. We've seen him do that a few times over the years. You've seen his ability to knock it down from outside. I just cannot get it into.
What a play by Crump just to save that ball. And is that going to be an offensive foul?
That's an offensive foul. They call it a charge.
I think that's a good call. Dennis Ashcraft again with the whistle. And it will be Hampden-Sydney basketball. 12:04 remaining in this one. 66-47 Tigers.
See the high pick and roll that time for Williamson.
Oh! What body control to get that ball.
That could have easily been a foul. I mean, they had a nice play set up that time, and just as he works himself to the basket, just the ability to catch that one and get it up. Excellent play.
Williams drains the 3. He's got 5.
Tigers are content to trade baskets with him right now, up 18. Now with under 12 to go. Mr. Mennonite's going to have to get some stops, Rick.
Murray out front. There you go to Williamson. Jump hook. Bingo.
He's just a handful inside. He continues to show us all a repertoire. And that time he shows you the block and just gives a little stare down to Sims. He was way up that time.
He is fun to watch. Murray too far underneath. Falk has the carom.
Murray almost knocks that one out of Falk's hands with the feet.
Falk inside. Going to go strong and draw the foul.
Yeah, he got bailed out a little bit that time. He looks like he's punch drunk out there, Rick. I mean, he's kind of staggering around like a boxer. It's been a rough game for him on the inside, and that time he gets the benefit of the call and will go to the line and shoot 2.
Williamson's 3rd foul. Tigers with 18 fouls, Royals with 5. So Falk goes to the free throw line, 1 for 2. 1 for 3. Royals not doing themselves any favors at the free throw line, shooting 65%, 11 of 17. Misses them both. Royals will keep it as it goes off of Williamson. McDonald comes in for Falk. Falk averages 14 a game. And he has just 3 in this contest. He has been silenced. Yates to the rim, offensive foul.
Well, you have to give the Tigers credit, Rick. They really stood in there. That's 2 or 3 foul charges that we've seen them stand in there and take. Wetzel do it. That time Lumpkin. It takes some nerves to a guy that's coming at you that fast to not move just a little bit. Murray able to beat the double team there on the side.
Sims with a great steal. Ball deflected back. Williamson against McDonald. No contest.
Rises up. He's really asserting himself in this tournament, Rick. I mean, he's putting this team on his back and making sure that.
First team All-ODAC performer, the only all-conference player on the Tigers roster. Williams with another 3.
Nice job that time by Lumpkin. Boxing out, you see how he just took his man and took him all the way across the floor.
72-50, Tigers with the lead and the basketball, 9:40 left. Reddick, 3, nails it.
It's contagious sometimes, Rick. I mean, shooting is sometimes without confidence, but sometimes it's about the momentum and just riding the wave.
7 for Reddick. 75-50, Williams, runner, good.
Second timeout by Kirby Dean. Not a whole lot you can do at this point, but you just have to, again, you have to kind of take a possession at a time. And 9:19, unless the wheels just completely fall off, the Tigers seem to be headed on down for a showdown tomorrow afternoon.
And with a lead like this, Coach Vick he already has a deep bench, but he'll be able to get his players some rest down the stretch of this one, so they'll be fresh for tomorrow afternoon.
These guys play 3 games in 3 days, and you just exert a lot of energy and effort. The adrenaline kind of carries you for the first part of the game, but by tomorrow afternoon, they're going to have to dig deep into their bellies to finish the tournament out.
Yeah, they've really played well in this ball game. And you've got to love the way they've done it offensively by establishing Williamson early, and that opened up things on the outside.
Well, even with the double team, he has the ability to fight through it. Now they go long, and they got another opportunity here.
Williamson, count it, and 1.
And that's just great execution that time. It was a pass over the top of the defense that got them an opportunity to get the ball down the floor.
Sims gets his 3rd foul. Williamson now with 22 points on the game. Williamson, the senior, going out with a bang so far in this tournament.
Well, that's a high arcing shot right there, and he gets a rebound. Slammed it down. Kind of like what Will Chamberlain used to do. Miss his own free throw. Take off from the free throw line.
I wonder if that's where he got the number 13.
You never know. He kind of plays like it.
McDonald with the miss. Tigers with the rebound.
Yeah, he's one of the best finishers that we have in the ODAC.
He's now posting Crump.
They got a nice mismatch on the inside, and now over the top. Just can't get the pass.
Lumpkin's pass too tall, too long, out of bounds to the Royals.
The right idea.
Tigers shooting 62% on the game, 28 for 45. Royals at 43%. 3 balls short. McDonald.
Thought they couldn't get any better than they were in the first half, but they were only 58 in the first half, so they have improved.
8:19 to go, 79-52. Tigers in command.
10 of 15 here in the second half. 10 of 14.
Wetzel drives. Nope. Rebound tip to Crump. Furbish with the tap. Crump gonna drive, gonna go all the way to the rim, score it.
Marcel Crump.
Crump now has 20. $79-54 Tigers.
Mike Murray. He's one of the only guys I've seen, Rick, that kind of gone back old school with the charge called on that time. He's the only one we've kind of seen that's taken his shorts up a little bit.
You know, Jerry, we've probably had a half a dozen charging calls in this game. It's much less common this year with the change in the emphasis of the rule.
But I don't know that I've disagreed with any of them. I mean, it's been plenty clear cut. It's just the aggressiveness of both teams trying to get the ball to the basket.
There goes Sims. Ooh, hello.
Sims just rises up.
Sims with 14.
I didn't see that one coming. He just took off. outside the lane.
Maybe next year we get the ODAC slam dunk contest. Look like we got some guys who can throw it down.
Between Falk and Sims and Toby Williamson.
Crump also, don't forget him.
Yeah.
Down low, Williamson around Yates.
Another nasty dunk. They're saying one for the other. Sometimes we'll go a whole ODAC game or most all of the season and not see a dunk, and these guys are throwing it down from all over.
Crump misses a three. Williamson snares the board. Under 7 minutes to play, 81-56 Tigers. What's interesting is how easy it seems for him to get off the ground 1 foot or 2 feet and get above the rim. It just looks smooth and effortless.
That time they were setting up a little lob action that time, defended well by the Royals.
Falk will come back in with the 4 fouls now at the 6:41 mark. Sims goes out. Williams returns. Baltimore goes to the bench. Williamson going to face up Falk. Clear it out for him.
Well, that's just a nice move right there. I mean, he got Falk on his back, and it was contested. And now Falk elevates and slams it home.
Well, I can tell you what, this game may be out of reach for the Royals, but it certainly is still entertaining.
It's been a really hot shooting team.
Wetzel misses the layup. Rebound tipped over to Yates. Royals look to push, and they throw it over the head of Crump. Yates will be turnover at the 6:01 mark. Owens comes in for the Tigers, and Williamson will go to the bench. His day is done. Finishing with a tremendous ball game. Tigers, Lumpkin, Wetzel, check that. Wetzel finishes. Wetzel's first field goal of the second half. He's got 13 points. Yates. Yates' second three of the game. 85-61, 5.5 to go.
Wetzel again. He's cut to the basket, uses his left hand.
Tigers are clicking on all cylinders in this game. We break 5 minutes left. Crump to Sims from downtown. Easy rebound for Wetzel.
And you just see kind of the team deflated just a little bit, and that time a hard foul, an intentional foul. Going to the basket, they're going to tag Williams, I think, for that one. 2 shots and the ball. A little bit of a frustration foul that time. Bass are able to cut to the basket.
It's Alex Smith, actually.
Oh, it is Smith.
Yep. So he'll get a couple of free throws.
Dyslexic, the 2 and the 3 that got me.
I wasn't going to point that out.
I was close.
Smith connects on both free throws. His first points of the game. And now we're seeing the Royals' Kirby Dean go down the bench a little bit as Nick Sulk, number 32, is checked in. Nearly creates a steal right there.
Nice headband. We saw that a lot with the Royals over the last few years. A lot of headbands.
Smith using the left hand.
Yates knocks down the 3-pointer from up top.
Wetzel gives to Owens. Off to Lewis. 93-64, 4 minutes remaining.
65% from the floor. 36 of 55. He's not going to shoot it much better than that in any basketball game.
Yates misses, and there's Lewis.
Tigers really impressive here tonight, Rick. And whichever team they play, I mean, be Wesleyan or W&L, have their hands full.
95-64 as Wetzel rubs off a screen from out front from Owens. He gets an easy look at the basket for the layup, and they'll count that one from Crump as well.
It's kind of a continuation call right there. A nice move by Crump getting to the basket.
Fouls on the Tigers, number 5, Leon Hargrove, his second 10-team foul. Number 3, William Scott, number 45, James Collins, and the game for Hampden-Sydney. From Brad Lewis and Mitch Owens. Number 33,
both coaches emptying their benches now.
That's like, he was a guy, Rick, early in the game. He really, as he comes to the bench, and he was somebody that really gave them a lift. I mean, his three-pointers earlier in the game, and he scored those 11 quick points. He ends up with 15 for the game as he goes to the bench. That's kind of unexpected scoring for the Tigers.
Yep, everybody has had it going tonight. Number 33 is Kyle McClellan, a seldom used freshman who's now on for the Tigers. Shot missed by William Scott, number 3. 3 on the way, goes down.
Everybody broke that time.
When he went into a shot motion, the entire Sydney bench rose to its feet as one and exploded when he made it. That's Yates with a 3 at the other end. 2.5 minutes left, 98-69 as the Sydney fans want 100. Hargrove gives it to him.
Just about everybody in the book now for the Tigers. We saw him score 104 points in the first round game.
Yates with another triple.
We saw Hargrove play a lot in previous years. And minutes limited here tonight.
100-72 our score. Shot no good by the Tigers. Smith. Sims, 3, got it.
Oh, and you wonder where these three-pointers were coming from earlier in the game. They kind of heated up just here a little bit.
I've got
3 or 4 possessions.
Yep, I've got Sims with 17. Well, for one thing, I don't think the Tigers are closing out as hard. And it also, your attitude probably just kind of lightens up the pressure when you know you're not going to get the victory. Minute and a half left, 100-75. Foul is called against Yates. His second personal. And that's going to be a 1-and-1.
Substitution for Hampden-Sydney, number 24.
4 subs coming into the game. These players a chance to be recognized, the ones that coming off the floor here for Eastern Mennonite. A couple seniors in there, Sims. And the last game, or that's the only senior that they have.
Large junior class for the Royals, including Falk and Crump. They'll be back next year. Hargrove at the line. Hargrove goes out with 4 points on the game. Hawkins for 3. Salk pulls it down. McDonald's triples off the back of the rim. Salk gets another rebound. He'll put it up from 3. Hawkins with the save. No, stepped on the line. 1:05 left in the game. 102-75. Tigers will advance to the championship game tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 East Coast time. We hope you'll join us for that ball game. They will get the winner of the contest to follow this one between Virginia Wesleyan and Washington and Lee. Washington and Lee, the first 11 seed to make it to the semifinals in this tournament. Scott in the corner. Zach Tabrani, number 21, is in. Hawkins steals it away. McDonald leaves it for Nick Fleming, who has his shot rejected, but the Royals recover and score. Hawkins gets the field goal.
23 seconds go. The shot clock is off. Foul for the walk.
They'll wave that one off.
I think at that point, Sydney probably just pulls it out and don't attack. Mr. Mennonite now with a chance to add to their total. Bucket counts.
So Fleming scores, has a chance for a three-point play with 13 seconds left. He gets into the scorebook.
21, Zach Tabrani is first. Nick Fleming in the line, shooting one.
Very similar score to their first round game, Rick. They beat Roanoke by 22 points, 104 to 82.
Shot no good. McClellan will pick up a second field goal of the game. McClellan.
Score 104 in this third round game. Head to the finals tomorrow at 3:30.
Final score, Tigers 104, Royals 80. Hampden-Sydney advanced to the championship game.